Welcome to our tub. Come on in. It's warm inside, and there's always room for more.
This podcast contains adult material and is intended for mature audiences only. If you're under 18, grab your rubber ducky and find another tub. This one's not for you. Hello and welcome back in the tub for episode 87. I'm Mr. Berg.
And I'm Mrs. Berg.
In today's episode, wow, we have a pretty full episode interview. Really a conversation.
Aren't all our interviews really just conversations?
Yes, they are. And really, when we get down to it, it definitely is. That's really...
I mean, that's what we strive for.
Yes, that's really what we kind of tell everybody that we speak with. Look, we want this to be a laid-back, fun conversation. And this one really is. It's going to take up pretty much the whole episode. Here at the beginning, we're going to discuss a few things, and then we're just going to hop right into that interview. The interview you're going to hear is with Nathan Bronson, who, well, just announced today, Mr. Fleshbot for October. Just something else to add to his many hats that discuss in the intro that we have for him. And again, like I said, really talked about a lot of different things and had fun. Really learned a lot and look forward to watching his continued success for sure. Before that, though, we're going to talk about a few things.
Such as?
Well, we'll go back a few episodes as we discussed the one brand of condoms.
Yes.
And, well, this past weekend, actually yesterday morning, yes, morning, Mrs. really isn't the morning
sex person?
No, not at all. And, well, so we had a little fun yesterday morning and tried the Ultra Sensitive that was in the variety pack. Mrs., I don't know from your side if you notice.
I don't know. I mean, on my end, they all feel the same. Sorry.
I will say from my end, again, as we'd said, it's been a little while since I donned one. And it was snug.
Bad snug?
No, I'm not saying bad.
You knew it was there snug.
It was definitely, you knew it was there. It was thin, which isn't a problem. I'm not really big. I really don't have the girth. Yes. And it was snug. Again, not bad thing.
I actually remember thinking that as I watched you put it on.
Yes. So that was my first take.
But again, not like, oh my God, I have to get this off.
No.
Kind of thing? Okay.
No, not like, hey, it's cutting off the circulation and it's not going to let happen what needs to happen.
Okay.
It was snug, though.
Okay. And then as far as feeling-wise, did you feel like you could feel more?
The feel and sensation was there. I mean, it's definitely not bare, but it was...
But in comparison to what we would normally use.
Yes, the sensation was more. It definitely, compared to others that we've used in the past, and we've always used pretty much one specific brand, one specific type, style. It wasn't as gooey. It didn't seem like it had as much moisture and liquid to it. However, at the same time, it was lubricated and smooth. Now, it says they are lubricated, but it's not, as we talked about, the spermicidal lubricant. The other ones, they had more
maybe it's the
juice.
Maybe it's the different lubrication.
Yeah. And again, I think that could be what it is. But there definitely was enough, not that it was needed, but there was lube and there was enough to be able to, again, get it on. Again, I think I was concerned about, okay, is this going to work? Because I haven't had one of these on in a while. So yes, I did wear a cock ring.
Right.
Just for the added...
As a backup insurance policy?
Yes. And those, if you've never worn one, they do tend to give a little more rigidity and a little more vein...
Prominence?
Yes.
Okay.
I was trying to think of the right word, but, hey, I guess prominence will work.
So
Overall...
do you feel...
Go ahead.
So you put the condom on before you put the cock ring on.
Yes.
Do you feel like putting the ring on as well made it feel tighter? Was it already, like, you felt like it was tight when you had it on by itself?
Yes.
Tighter.
Yes. It was definitely snug then, and yes, it got more snug with the ring on.
So all in all?
I wasn't disappointed.
Okay.
I mean, overall, having to wear one, I thought it was fine. Can't say extended time if the snugness is too much or how that's good, how that would.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, for the longevity for a long session, if it were on, not sure. However, no, I really no complaints. Again, I think I was more surprised that it was as snug as it was. But there's still 2 others in the pack. They're still flavored.
Yes.
That we have not messed around with to see how the flavor is and what the situation is there. But, no. Overall, yeah, I'd say positive feedback.
Does that mean that you're going to give them a lick, too, to see what the flavor is like?
I mean, I'll open the pack with my teeth. How about that?
And
then we'll see how it is.
You. So 2 thumbs up?
Yeah.
Or at least a thumb?
Yeah, definitely. A thumb in the bum.
A thumb. Okay.
That's good, right? Yeah.
Sometimes. All right. So.
Next thing we want to go into real quick. And this is just something we try to avoid and don't really talk politics and different things like that. But something came up today as I was scrolling through email, and
it caught your eye.
It really did. And I just kind of shaking my head here. There's an article on XBiz today, October 2nd, and the title is what caught my eye. Title of the article says, North Dakota Republican calls for total criminalization of adult content. There's been so much talk over the last year plus, even way longer than that. We're seeing more laws with age verification, which totally get from the standpoint of age verification to view adult content. This, however, wow. Are politicians really going this far? And it starts out, North Dakota Republican lawmaker took to Twitter over the weekend to call for the total criminalization of adult content and for all politicians to submit to the gospel of Jesus Christ. And he says that he believes pornography should be illegal. It serves no positive benefit in society. It destroys men and it treats women as objects. It's not enough to stop at banning porn just for children. Another quote is, he states, the U.S. should start banning OnlyFans for everyone. This is going to be interesting to see, really, if this is not going to get any legs. The fact that it actually made news, the fact that someone really has this thought process. The industry is the microscope that they are under and everything that they go through to follow the laws, to be positive, everything, and they're still continually just bashed and beat up. And again, I hate to get, I am not a political guy. I hate to get into it. drives me insane. This one, though, I just looked and was like, are we serious right now? So, again, here we go. Continual attacks on the industry. Tough. We'll see if anything even remotely worth talking about comes out of this one. But I can't imagine this is ever going to go anywhere. This is probably the last time this guy will be in the limelight. And on that, I think it's time for us to get ready for our interview. We're going to hop into that interview and then just really slide right out of the tub. So remember to follow us on our social medias, Twitter and Instagram, Berg Couple for Fun, the Bergs on Reddit and Facebook. We're getting down to the end. We're counting down the days to Exotica, New Jersey, coming up
in
November.
A month, pretty much.
Yes. Second, third, and fourth, or third, fourth, and fifth. Yes. So we'll be out in Edison, New Jersey for that weekend. I have some things lined up. I've had some conversations over the last couple of days with some different people, some different groups. So it's looking to be a fun time. Check them out at exoticaexpo.com for any information. And maybe we'll catch up with listeners there. Again, you can listen to this not only on our website and in our tub, but the platforms keep growing. So your normals, Apple, iHeart, Pandora, Spotify, Google, Amazon, now on Spreaker, and also Mondays and Fridays at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. on fullswapradio.com. So be sure to tune into fullswapradio.com and take a listen to some other great podcasters talking all things fun, sexy, non-monogamy, lifestyle related. But with that, missus, I think it's time to hop into the interview. So take care of yourself. Pay for your porn. Wrap it before you tap it. Lick it before you stick it. And until next time,
we'll keep the lights on and the tub warm for you.
Welcome back into the tub for episode 87. In the second half, as we shared, we have a very special guest joining us. Our next guest is a man whose hat rack is full of all types of different hats and continues to grow with his drive and work ethic throughout everything he does. He's an award-nominated and industry veteran, content creator, multi-channel YouTube personality, parkour expert, stuntman and coordinator, just to start things off. He's worked for some of the top studios in the industry, such as Devil's Film, Pure Taboo, Wicked, and Adam and Eve, just for starters again. His Pornhub channel has over 510 million views and growing, as his career and name recognition are doing the same. Please welcome into the tub this week, Nathan Bronson.
Hi, guys, and the water is so warm.
Hey, we went from summer to fall in Western Pennsylvania, so the temperature in the tub went from 97 to 101 overnight.
Literally, one day it was like 90 degrees, and the next it was like 55.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a rough.
Yeah, it did not waste time this year.
No.
And here I'm bitching about a little bit of wind. I need a sweater, but I'm still wearing shorts.
My sister's out in Vegas, and it hit 60 degrees, and she's bundled up.
Oh yeah, but that Vegas cold is just that dry desert wind, like cold as it gets your bones.
Yeah.
Well, it was 1:15 or so when we were out there.
Yeah, we were just out there, and it was. But again, it's warm, and then it gets cold, and well, here we are.
Soon we'll be complaining about snow. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, snow will start flying here sooner or later.
Don't have to worry about that fantastically. But also, I didn't know I was going to have to worry about a hurricane that didn't really happen. There's been some wild weather out on the West Coast here this summer, for sure. Well,
again, we thank you for taking time out of your schedule to sit with us and really to learn about what you're doing, and maybe some of what's coming up in the future. So as we slide into the tub and get a little more comfortable, can you let everyone know where they can find you online and on social media?
Fuck yeah. So you can pretty much Google my name. You're going to find a bunch of stuff. But it's Twitter, Nathan_Bronson. It's Instagram at Nathan Bronson 6.6.6. It's YouTube at Cooking with Nathan. If you do all those things, and if also you want to check out the merch store, go check out the merch store. Also, I'm in on Minivids and Clipsfail, Pornhub, Xvideos. Anywhere you want to watch your dirty smut videos, you're going to find me all over that for some goddamn reason. Because people apparently, I don't know if they like watching me fuck, but apparently I work good enough to where if that they don't, it doesn't really matter.
Well, and as we said in the intro, said an industry veteran. So when it comes to male talent, really, there are a few names. It doesn't seem to be that the male talent has the longevity as some female talent. So how long have you been in the industry? Mainstream?
November. It's always been mainstream for me. Mm-hmm. I didn't really understand what clip stores were for a while, but I started out mainstream. So I've been in November will be 8 years.
Well, and yeah, that's a long tenure. Again, probably a handful of other male performers that you can really look and say, yeah, these guys have been in here coming up on 10 years.
Well, we're like, if we're looking at the guys who kind of I came up with, we have the Robbie Echoes, the Cody Steeles. One of the guys died a couple years ago, so that's not there anymore. But let me see. There's a handful of other guys that were in that time frame because I think Robbie Echo started a year and a half before me. Cody was right in there. And so we've kind of been we were the step bros for a long time, and most of us have kind of either aged out or just gotten too bulky.
Yeah. Well, and I will say, and we'll get to it later because you do still play. You've had a few roles recently of the stepsons. Yeah. Right prior to this interview, we actually watched one of them, and I've seen it before, and it's a great clip. We'll discuss that a little bit later on for sure. So when you got in 8 years ago, was it something that previously you're like, hey, I'm going to do this, or what led you down that path?
Well, that's a longer story. Basically, when I was younger, I had sex with a lot of females that told me I had a tiny, there was about two, but this was like high schoolish time. They said I had a tiny dick and I was terrible in bed. So there's two ways to go about that. It's one, hate all women, which funny enough, I see a lot of women doing lately to most men. Yeah. Please don't. Yeah. Not all of us are bad people.
No, we try.
Yeah, we try. We're trying our best. I don't know the combination of all your locks. I'm sorry. But the other way I went was like, okay, I want to figure out how to be good at this. And for a long time, I wanted to learn how to be the best at that. Now, over time, you realize you can't be because there's always going to be someone better. Because especially when it comes to sex, every girl is different. What this girl who may love having sex with me, this other girl may hate it for fucking whatever reason. So you'll never get it. But I went from that. I read books. I'd went on this sex finding mission of trying to figure out how to be better at this thing that everybody wants to be good at.
Sure.
And then years later, I became a swinger. And so I was in the swinger community. My goal was I was a young guy. People wanted to have sex with me. So my goal was just to literally plow the fuck out of everyone at this party till women were broken. And so that was like, I didn't give a fuck about my orgasm, didn't care. It was like, I just want to go in there and I wanted to be the young guy, pound it out. People seemed to like it. I don't know. People kept coming back to me for some fucking reason. Now looking back, I'm like, why would you want that? You know? And then through that, I moved to LA because I was trying to become a stuntman. Okay. I was a head chef at a kitchen. I was working really long hours. After I was done with working, I'd go straight to a parkour gym, train parkour, 12 hours in the kitchen, 3 hours at the parkour gym. And then every once in a while, me and my ex would go do swinger shit. I got a job at Universal Studios doing fireburns there. And I kind of didn't have the income because it wasn't paying me as much. Couldn't go back to the kitchen because I didn't have the hours. So my ex was like, hey, we swing. Why don't you do porn? You look good. I'm like, oh, thanks. Maybe I do. It took a long time to figure out how to get into it. Happened to just be at a CrossFit gym where a girl named Mina Mason, who was in the industry at the time, was working there. And she just started with a company called Society 15 with Kendra Lust.
Okay.
They need guys. She got the introduction there. I talked to the agents. I said if I cut my hair, shave my beard, they'd give me a chance. I didn't get really any work for the first 2 years. Then I started working for Team Skeet. I did this one scene where it was 3 girls playing the video games, and I was fucking them from behind while they didn't pay attention to me. That one blew up, and so like that was kind of my starter. But like even then, I'd get like 4 months of work, like a couple times a week, but not regular work. And then all of a sudden there would be no work for like 2 months, and that happened a lot until quarantine. Where like I got like that year before I got with a new agent, I got with OC Modeling.
Okay.
And they were telling me like going after AVN that year, they're like, dude, this is gonna be you're gonna fucking crush it. You're gonna get so much work. And I was like, fuck yeah, because I didn't have that much money in the bank account. And then like I took a trip to Boston to go see my friends for St. Patrick's Day. We're going to go watch Dropkick Murphys, go do a bunch of cool shit in Boston.
Boston is a party town, St. Patty's Day.
It wasn't this year because that's exactly when they told us that everything's shutting down.
Oh, I do remember that actually.
Yeah.
Yes, we ran into that.
Shut down.
Yes, because the cigar shop that I go to, we do a huge St. Patrick's Day party and literally got there the day before and we're like, yeah, the party starts and we're going to do this and do that. And they're like, we're shutting down tomorrow. We started making phone calls and we're like, yo, party's happening today. Get here now because we're shutting down. Everything's closing for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
2 weeks.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And that's how I felt. Like I wasn't like I was going to stay out there with my friends. I was like, should I stay out here? Should I not? I'm like, you know what? Let's just go back home because the airline shut down. I'm in Boston. This is going to be
all the way
a bitch
across
to get
the
back
country.
home.
Yeah.
Don't have my car. Don't have nothing. So I get back home and remember, I don't have very much money. So it's like this starts happening and like I'm just fucked to a point where I'm almost calling my agent. I'm like, dude, I'm going to start fucking hooking or something because I have no money. I can't work in kitchens. I can't do stunts. I can't do any things that all my skills, like the skills that I thought I would always have, like kitchen. They're always going to need someone in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, hey, we got plenty of positions open in the kitchen. I run on the side. It's my side gig.
Yeah, it's like I was almost about to start making tri-tip sandwiches and selling to people like out my street because everyone was walking around the streets at night. But anyway, July came around. They're like, hey, we could start shooting again, and I started shooting more than I ever have in my fucking life. I did 200 scenes from July to Christmas, and a lot of those are doubles. I was doing multiple days. Very little breaks, and yeah, that's what started pushing me to a different place because not that many people knew who the fuck I was for a long time. But then you put me into a spot where I'm doing all the VR scenes, I'm doing all the scenes, I'm doing everything, I'm doing double VR every day, and it's like just working. Miss X, I'm shooting everything for him, I'm shooting everything for Ricky Greenwood, I'm shooting everything for this. I started getting really good with dialogue, which I could barely read before this. Good with dialogue, good with the acting. I was able to keep my dick up for whatever reason. And so, yeah, that's when I started working a lot. And so that's kind of like how my career, I guess, blossomed. But it might be different from outside perspective because all I see is it got after quarantine and I've just worked nonstop since then. And apparently I'm an okay name, I guess. I don't really know because I literally train, go to work, come home, train more. Like that's most of my life. Play with my dog. So I'm never really sure because when I go out, nobody notices me. So I'm like, sweet.
Well, and that could be a good thing,
right? Or they do, and they're just not saying anything because of
a lot of people don't want to. At least guys don't usually want to admit they jerk off to you.
and very fair, and even like from our end, like when we started getting into the industry and our first 2 conventions we went to, it was like, oh shit, that's are we gonna like? I'm like, and after a while, I'm like, well, what the? Just say hi. Let's just have a conversation. So yeah. But
it's interesting the dynamic, you know.
Yeah, and so that is an interesting ride.
Yeah.
So the kitchen side, I got to go back to that because, again, the listeners know. So the two of us actually met in culinary school. We both have culinary degrees.
Yeah.
Oh.
Up in in Rhode Island.
Yeah. We both went to
Providence.
Johnson and Wales University in Providence, Rhode Island. So Mrs. got out of that into healthcare. Myself, I got out of the daily operations and then got back into it. And yeah, and here we are. I'm still helping run a restaurant at night, plus a day job in sales and consulting. Food service is one of those that they say, look, very few are lucky enough to get out once you're in.
Yes.
Our son at his age, he was like, well, I need a job. I'm going to come work in the kitchen. I said, no, you way in hell you aren't. I said, because you'll never get out, believe me.
Yeah.
So in the kitchen, running restaurants, what type of food? What was your, did you have professional training? Was it learn on the go?
So I started kind of dabbling in cooking when I was younger because my mother had a coma, and so she was kind of out of the picture, and so was most of my family. So I started kind of fucking around with learning how to cook then. And then I started watching Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain was the huge reason for me learning anything about cooking. As
awesome guy.
As any cook who's like a cook now, it's probably the same fucking way. It's like Anthony Bourdain raised a whole fucking generation of people who want to cook, whether it's because they want that rock and roll lifestyle or it's for whatever reason. But that was a big one. And there was one point where I was up in Santa Barbara and I was homeless. I moved up there. I was homeless up there. I was living out of my car and I was starting to teach parkour at a gym, but I was making garbage money. Happened to be one of the kids at the martial art gym that I was teaching. His parents owned a restaurant called Restaurant Mimosa, and they gave me a job. They were going to give me a job just as a dishwasher, but ended up being one of their line cooks. Was a secret massive alcoholic, and he just went in a bender for a whole weekend. And they called me one day, like, "Hey, you want to work the line?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." I mean, I like working the dish pit because some people would send back half a steak, and so I'd fucking eat that shit all day long. It was great because I wasn't making fucking money. Fine dining French food, man. The frog legs, oof, love it. But let me work the line. Now the problem is I wasn't good at memorization, so the work on that gave me so much experience of how to work my life. But that's another thing. But yeah, so that was how I started in the kitchen. And then from there, I ended up working at a catering company, which is the fucking soul-sucking shit of your life. And it was the catering company that would work all these massive weddings and everything. And just when you're doing 10,000 fucking sugarcane skewers of chicken or bacon wrapped dates or it's
just monotonous. Yes.
To get the guy, and I'm fucking just cutting tomato after tomato after tomato, and not only that, but some of these recipes were so fucking garbage. Oh, their Texas rub was whatever. So I was doing this for a while, and then I was talking to my girlfriend at the time, and I was like, "Dude, I just want to go do stunts." She's like, "Why are you in Santa Barbara?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, no." I moved up there for a girl a long time ago, and it just never worked out. So we moved to LA. And I worked at another catering company. Then I worked on a food truck. And then one of the last places I worked at was a paleo delivery company. And I ended up becoming the head chef of that place, which was cool because paleo, for all its faults, gave you the ability to be a little more artistic with stuff. Because you get all these fucking dumbasses who are like, I can't have nightshade. I'm a vegan. It's meat and vegetables. It's what the fuck do you want? It's so having to deal with all these people. I know you know the type. It's oh, I'm allergic to onions. I'm like, you're not allergic to onions. You're fucking not, you stupid fuck.
Yeah.
You just don't like them. Just admit
it. And exactly. Oh, I'm allergic to onions. And I'm like, okay, so garlic as well? Well, no. I'm like, well, it's the same family. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's oh, shut up. I hate you. Dude, if cooking gave me such a hatred for people, but here was the worst part about leaving the kitchen. You miss hating people. That's the weird part. I left the kitchen and I'm like, I miss hating my crew. Because when you're at the top, everyone down here hates you, and when you're at the bottom, you hate everyone going up. So it's just kind of this thing shit rolls downhill. Yep. And then you leave it and you're like, I miss it, because the one thing I really miss about the kitchen, besides hating people, was you give me a list. It doesn't matter if anyone shows up. I'm going to nail it. I'm going to knock everything off. I don't care how much I got to do. I don't care how much prep. I can do it because I don't trust any of these other people to do it, but I can.
Exactly right, and that's well, and
Yeah. I know, bro. I see it.
yep,
I see it.
and we actually fired someone today. And I was like, and I'm doing a 4-course beer tasting dinner tomorrow. I developed the whole thing. I went in today and I'm like, leave me alone. I'm in this kitchen down here. I am going to set everything up. I got it. Leave me.
Yeah.
I'm doing it myself. And I know it's completed and I know it's finished. So,
and it's done the right way.
Yep. It's how
or the
I
way
want it to be.
You want it to be done, right?
And there's something that's so beautiful in those moments when you knock all that out. You're tired, you're dead, but you're like, I'm the only one who could do this right now with the speed, with the accuracy that you're doing it. And that's something I think that very few people understand besides cooks. It's like working the line and everyone's working together. Everyone's working at that unison. And it's just that whether or not this guy's doing meth, that guy's doing heroin, who fucking knows? But we're coming together in that moment to knock out this many tables and this many places.
Yeah.
Which is the case most of the time. Somebody is stoned, drunk, something. It's just the industry.
Exactly. And I'm like, you know what? Where we work as a team. It's funny because the wait staff, they're like, you could be an asshole. I'm like, look, I'm an asshole during service to get stuff done. But guess what? I said at the end of the night, I'm going to give you a hug, a kiss, and we're going to have a beer. And we're going to be fine because that's service and that's food service.
Now I have a question because I've had a couple of people who work in the kitchen. They have a different opinion than me. Hate most wait staff, and I really don't like them. I don't for a handful of reasons. One, most of the time they're making a shit ton more money than me, and then always asking for days off.
A lot of money,
or bitching about how what they made wasn't enough.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, you made 3 times what I make an hour. Yeah, and you worked half the time.
Little time. You had to be here early. You had to be here late. You got to do this. You got to this. It's like, and I remember just like sitting there listening to this fucking like one of these chicks. We called her Gimli. This chick was just so fucking annoying. She was a short little fat girl who always wanted to like. Her big goal in life was to make her boyfriend unknowingly to him impregnate her so she could be like just run off the money he makes and take care of the kids, which totally cool.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, if you fucking let him know. But she was talking about poking holes in the condom and shit. I was like,
jeez.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there listening to her and I'm like, I'm so angry and I'm fucking, when you talk shit to someone and they just don't get it and you're just even more angry at that point? Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Like, I'm not getting through to you. Like, how much more blunt do I need to be?
Do I need to choke you? What the fuck? And I miss that. And that's a fucked up place to be,
It is. And like I said, I was out of it for, over 15 years. And, this friend of ours came to me and said, hey, can we make this place work? And we opened it 5 years ago. It's been fun. It's been successful. But now I'm like, man, it was for a short time to open and here I am. But it's just that part of you that's there. And it's like, oh.
But it's not like you don't still use your skills in your sale in your
because during the day I do sales and consulting, so in food service, so I still use that stuff, but it's not in the kitchen side.
Gotcha. Yeah, because that's one thing I get into porn over doing it for a handful of years now, and I miss structure.
Sure,
it's a weird thing that other people think about, like because. I have to do the same 4 positions every day with a girl, and but here's the thing: I never know whether the day's gonna be good or bad.
Okay,
you guys swing. There's some days where you don't know if dick, you're like going in there, everyone's positive. Sometimes guy just doesn't work, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you do it for a job, I can never guarantee it's gonna be a good day or not because I've had girls come in and talk about suicide. I've had girls come in and talk about how much they hate every white dude in the industry. I've had girls come in and just treat me like a piece of shit. I've also had girls treat me great. And so you never really know how that day is going to go, You don't know if the crew is going to be happy. You don't know if everyone's going to be happy. But everyone kind of relies on you, but also treats you with a little bit less respect than they would the girl. It's a weird thing. Mm-hmm. The nice thing about working in the kitchen is whether they talk shit to you or not, everyone kind of respects each other because we have to get the job done.
Right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a list. I got to do these things, knock them out. Whether we hate each other or love each other, we have to all do this. Not the same in porn. You know? Mm-hmm. It's you sometimes get met with a certain disdain because you get to have sex with a girl. I've had girls look at me like, well, you got to fuck this. So I'm like, that means nothing to me. I got to fuck a girl every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so you do miss something like that. I've had plenty of times where I look at the girl, what I'm doing, and the girl, the way she like just talking, and I'm like, I would much rather go get myself lit on fire than have sex with you right now.
And two, that just the atmosphere that kind of creates, like that could have a negative effect on male talent and saying, hey, come on, guy, wake up. We got to go to work. But that just, you have that feeling and that atmosphere that it's like, oh, shit, it might not work today because of this.
Every day's an away game. You're never quite sure how you're going to play.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, that's the thing. It's like, I've done very well over the years. I guess I've done better than some other male talents because they keep me around, you know? Mm-hmm. One, I'm nice to everyone. I don't blame girls for if it's a bad day or good day. But it really becomes that thing where it's like, people expect you to be a robot sometimes, and it's like, although I'd love to say that, I'm not, because it's like trying to I think Isaiah Maxwell said, being good at this job is not being good at sex. It's being able to have sex in very uncomfortable positions for a very long time. And that's so true, because it's like, if I was at home having sex with someone, I'm having a good time. It's like, I'm in the moment. I can focus on that. But we're really focused on little moments. That little moment where, oh, that felt good for a second. Okay, keep that, hold that. Okay, right there. Oh, that felt good. Okay, that feels good. But not too much, because if it's a really good day, you're trying not to come the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. You have your positions, and you have open this way, move this way. And I think that's what a lot of people that haven't had conversations with people in the industry don't realize. Like, look, guess what? You may go in this position for 5 minutes, and you're worried about opening and shifting, and it's not the most pleasurable. And then it's like, all right, hey, stop for a minute. We're moving to another position. Well, wait a minute.
Or shoot, dude, like, here's a whole nother bag of beans. Okay, I work out a lot, right? I got pretty thick thighs. What happens if the girl has thick thighs too? Now we're getting into another realm of inches.
Yeah.
When you only have so many inches to spare, it becomes kind of a pain, man. I'm not the longest dude in this industry by any means. I've got what they call boyfriend cock. And so if your legs and my legs are a problem, we're only getting so much energy in there. So if you don't know, as the girl, know the right position, right where to find it, or the way to work it, this becomes a big issue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I worked with a girl whose ass was, a couple weeks back, her ass was so big, like, I couldn't get to my dick on the other side, right? It was just there. And I'm like, this day could go really two ways. Because if I have to open up the camera, it's like I have to dig in there, and then my leg gets in the way. And so you're trying to get the light in there, the leg, and like please don't put the camera on my face, because I'm just struggling to find that spot the whole time.
And then you've got the leg cramp that you're like, oh shit.
Oh, dude, there's so many times where I've got cramp, like everything cramps up right at pop, and I feel it. I'm like, just have to knuckle through it. And I come, and I'm just like,
all right, cramps, give me water.
Oh, dude, and then it's like the girl has to do the whole thing. She's like, she's doing that. And I'm just waiting for the director to call cut so I can fall over because my leg hurts so bad. I'm just hoping I didn't rip a muscle doing it. Electrolytes, everyone. Drink them.
Uh-huh.
Well, and I recently, when we've been watching stuff, started looking and going like, how does that like position even work? It doesn't look like it's, because it's like, open so that you can see everything, but it's like, It's all about the viewer at the end of the day, and that's that's what you got to think. That's what people are looking for.
Yeah, it's like you can find ways where it feels good. You find an angle to put your body, like resting your arm here, doing this. You find spots that make it work, but you'll never be the same thing as if I was like at home having sex with someone.
Right. Yeah.
Now, having said that, there's sometimes where you're just blown away because a girl sometimes will, or like maybe it's another girl, maybe it's a scenario, maybe whatever's going on in that moment, a girl will give you a look where you're just like, this almost feels like it's at home. And every time that happens to me, I'm like, thank you. I did a scene with Haley Rose yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Okay. And it was for Nubiles. And it was just a moment where we're just like both in it. We're like, God damn, whew, this is hot. They're like, this is really good. Of course, at Pop, they want a fucking weird one where they have POV. So I'm like this. So I'm like, okay, well, that took away all the pleasure of whatever we just did.
And stuff like that, if you have that connection with your scene partner, is going to show on the final version as well, which is great.
You hope, but there's been plenty of times where I have I've done a fucking terrible scene. It was awful, and for some reason that one does better.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, it's maybe it's promotion, maybe just I have no idea. I've had scenes where I'm like, that was an awful day, and I don't remember it. And guess what gets nominated for awards?
Well, speaking of awards, we said again, you've been nominated for numerous, and you have one win. That's it's two. Sorry. Okay, we didn't apologize. Did not see that one.
No worries.
Okay.
I was surprised about that one too.
Okay. So what we
were
found,
kind of distracted by the fact that the one was a Star Wars.
Related. So your VR scene in 2022, the Star Wars, which I'm a Star Wars nerd.
Yeah. Well, then you'll really appreciate the fact that that's the one saving grace of most of the new Star Wars show. I actually like Ahsoka though, so. So congratulations on that. So what is the one we missed? I actually got at the Inked Awards, or no, the Ink Magazine Awards.
Okay.
Was it Inked or the fuck is it? Basically got a fan favorite male performer of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
What year was that?
This one.
Oh, just this one.
That was a couple months back.
Oh, wow. All right. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice.
That was an interesting one because I was like, I'm not going to win. I have a couple tattoos, and I'm blown away to put me on there.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, it's like there was a couple other ones where I'm like, no, that's not going to be something I win because I'm not that category. So.
Yeah. Well, again, nominations are always great, and wins are even better. So, that's something. We're coming into actually the AVN. I know the pre-nominations just ended. They were out there, so we're getting into that season already. Mm-hmm. AVNs, XBiz.
I probably should have nominated myself for something. I've been so busy.
And we're sure that plenty of others did. So, we'll see. I think those come out like November or something, where it comes into the other nominations, like fan nominations and the finals and all that stuff. So
yeah, it'll be November-ish, something like that.
Yeah.
Then January, I think I just got hit up for XBiz. XBiz is like the 26th or something like that.
And it's this. We looked at the schedule. It's the same as last year. XBiz 1 week and the following week is AVN, like butting back to back. Last year seemed like it was just crazy that they did it that way, and it's the same way, but it's later this year. Yeah,
I write that the week after I did a stunt coordinating job for Digital Playground, and literally I think like 3 days into the shoot, I did I was stunt coordinating and also performing, and like the third or fourth day, I was like, I'm not feeling great. And then we found out I had COVID, and I'm guessing that's from just doing all this shit and being out there.
And we had talked to quite a few performers that actually said the same thing. They got run down and COVID and everything from literally 2 back-to-back long conventions.
Mm-hmm. Right. Or
it's brutal, man. It's
even if it wasn't COVID, it was just run down from.
Yeah,
it may not have been COVID. It's just being run down. But luckily enough, one of the guys on set, his lady at the time, she was one of the people who gave you an IV drip.
There you go.
Wow, did that not help me out a lot? Fucking hell.
We've talked to people before. They're like, look, hey, if you can, if you're feeling a little rough, get an IV drip, boy, that'll juice you right up, and you're feeling good.
Dude, totally helped out. I was blown away. It's like I'd probably get those a lot more if I could.
Yeah.
Well, and we've seen it even at conventions, and we're not even.
Yeah, just talking to performers after we do the Exotica conventions.
I've always wanted to go to those.
And so with where we're located, we're like 7 hours from Chicago, but 4 hours from New Jersey and DC. So we hit those three. We don't do Miami. Honestly, we're Northerners, and they do it in Miami in August.
Or July.
End of July, beginning August. I'm sorry. It's too darn hot for me that time of the year in Miami.
Yeah.
They're always a fun convention, but it's grueling.
Yeah.
Just seeing, and that's a 3-day convention. I mean, AVN, when you look, because it's 3 days, I believe, and then the awards and everything, that's a lot.
See, was it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Yeah, so it's 3 and a half.
3.5, yeah. So you've talked a lot and mentioned, parkour and stunts. Is that something early age? It was, for lack of better terms, the daredevil?
Yes and no. I guess 100% yes, because it was for a long time. I just used to throw myself off things because I wanted to see how far I could push my body. Okay. I just try to do crazier and crazier stuff. And then when I was older, I was probably a certified just crazy person for a while. I did shit when I was drinking, around people that was now I look back, I'm like, no, bad, no. As I'm sure we all did. But it wasn't until I saw a movie called Death Proof by Quentin Tarantino from his double feature.
Okay.
It was him, and then it was Death Proof and Planet Terror. And that was a movie about these 3 stunt women who go take a car out for a joyride, and this guy tries to kill them in the car. His car's trying to run him off the road. And it was the first time I realized that I was like, oh, I could do that for a living. That's cool. And so I ended up going to this place up in Washington State to learn about more stunts and train some stuff. I did a fire burn up there. I did high falls, 5 stories, the rappelling fights, this, that. Ratchets, wire work, a bunch of stuff. And it was kind of being surrounded by interesting, like-minded people for the first time, because I felt I think everyone at a certain point in their life just feels like they don't fit in. They're doing stuff and nobody wants to click with them, right? And so I went there. It was the first time I was like, wow, I'm meeting people that have a drive, meeting people that have want to do cool shit, not people just want to sit at home, smoke weed, and get fucking wasted. And so, I mean, they want to do that too, but they also want to do other cool shit.
Yeah.
And so that kind of put me on this journey of wanting to do that and learn how to do it and be around these people, because it was just fun being around people who want to learn new stuff and new skills and try new things all the time. So that's where I got that whole idea in my head.
Nice. And it's continued, as you said. So you were able to transition that to, again, some of these productions now really have that end of it.
Yeah.
And which is always good. And early on in our relationship, I know Mrs. was always the one. It's like, all right, we'll put on some porn. And she's like,
hot.
Well, it's gonzo. And she's like, where's the plot? That's always been her thing.
No, it wasn't always like that, but
a good amount of the time.
I prefer if there is some kind of a plot to it. But.
I get you.
Yeah. And again, as we sit and watch, some of the stuff now, and you were in Grinders, which was a great production. I mean, Ricky did great on that and won awards. The newest one that just came out, what were we just talking about?
Which?
Dark as the Night?
Blast from the Past?
Well, no.
The Kaylee Gunner, Machine Gunner.
Yeah, well, that Machine Gunner was out, but then the newest one from Axel,
Reckless.
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 Yeah, and their plots. There's action in it. In I guess 2 senses of the word action.
Yeah.
So you've been able to transition that over to this industry as well, which is great.
Yeah, it's been real nice because trying to get my foot back in the door with the stunt community, because unfortunately stunts people do not really appreciate what I do. A lot of them are religious, so stunt coordinators, religious, this, that doesn't really work out really well. People have a certain idea about who I am and what I am, so it makes it a little bit harder to jump back in. Also, it's also in my head, so I always feel weird going to certain events. Especially going from when I was working in stunts a lot more often until I had to leave for a bit, because this problem with being in a polyamorous relationship, you just take over your fucking life. And so getting back to a place where I'm confident in going back and training more and doing all things, and also have enough time away from this job to be able to do that. So, but very, very happy I've gotten time in porn movies to hire actual stunt guys, bring them in here, do some cool stunts, give them a little bit of money, especially right now with the strike. It's been a lot of fun trying to bring people in to do some cool stuff,
Yeah, with the Screen Actors Guild. So, their mainstream regular movies aren't going. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
From that standpoint of doing stunt coordination and stuff, have you ever thought, do you ever have that urge to move into more of the behind the scenes work in the industry, production, directing, writing,
porners. I've done directing in porn.
Okay.
And I've done I've done filming. I've done a lot of different things in that. Here's the issue. Money's not good. Girls flake.
Yeah.
I can get paid. It's like I could get paid to do a scene and I get paid better. Or I do camera and learn that, which is it's like, here's the thing. Being a performer is like being front of the house. Being camera op is like being cooks. It's
fair assessment. Okay.
Yeah, it's not thankful. You get to learn a really dope skill. You can translate that to other parts of your life. You go other places with that, but you don't make the money.
Mm-hmm.
With what I'm doing and trying to build, I have all the camera gear. It works on my cooking show. So it's like we do all that for the cooking show, but most of the money I make goes straight back into the cooking show because that's a lot more fun for me. It's a lot more fun to get to know people, interview, as you guys probably know.
Yeah.
And so it's like, would I like to go into doing camera? Yes, but the time isn't there. The only problem I have right now is time.
Yeah.
I barely have time as it is to train. I barely have time it is to do all the things I want when I'm on set for however fucking long,
Yeah.
It's like wake up early so before anyone texts me or my phone's getting blown up. Train for a little bit, watch some stuff about history, learn something, stretch, make some content where I'm stretching or doing whatever, and then move through my day and like answer the phone a billion times until we can figure out a new plan of attack to make some more money that day.
Yeah. All right. Well, and that's fair. Time is always a big thing. So when it comes to that, is that like the cooking show, as you said? So you do all of the. Do you do all the pre-production? Do you plan all that? Like, what was the vision behind that when it started? Because we subscribe to it, and
thank you.
I've enjoyed sitting and watching the episodes. They've always been good.
The vision was a lot purer when it first started, and then it kind of got shat on a little bit because of the people I bring in. But the idea at the beginning was like, you know what? I don't get to know people that I work with very well. It's like I walk up to you at the beginning of the day. Hey, here's my test. What's your test? What do you like? What do you not like? What's this? What's that? That's how we get to know each other. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I've even had less words with people at certain points because of just whatever reason. So I was like, I would love to do something where I bring people onto a cooking show because I miss cooking because there's no art in porn. And so I want to get back to like learning food and like doing something because I really enjoy that. So bring someone in, ask them what was a memory that your parent or your grandma, what kind of food did they put in your, like, did they feed you? Have that memory, that idea, that feeling. And that way I'm going to try to recreate it. And it was I thought it was such an amazing idea.
Yeah.
And such a fun thing. And then like bring someone in and really get to know them. Well, fucking porn people have fucking terrible palates, and most of them didn't have great childhoods, so it kind of fucking shat all over that idea.
And dirty minds because you turn around, yeah.
And so it's like the idea of it was like this beautiful thing, but like you realize real fast that you can't do that. Then what we ended up having to do was, okay, I'm going to ask you what kind of food you want to eat. What do you think most of these people want to eat? If you guess spaghetti, it's like
well, and I was going to say tacos. I mean,
so many tacos, so much pasta, like it's basic stuff. But it's like you put people on the spot, and you realize that not a lot of people have a culinary background, nor do they have any way of doing it. So the show turned from that where I cooked, because there was actually no reason for the interview and the cooking. Like, it didn't make sense.
Okay.
So now what we do is I teach them how to cook something.
All right.
Something of their choice. But honestly, I picked something to cook for someone the other day, and it was a lot more exhilarating for me because it was something from the girl said, I want to cook something like from a Latino dish. And I was like, cool. My camera guy's he's from Durango. And I was like, bro, what's something you really want to eat? He's like, fuck, camera is like something baby, but it's from the Yucatan. Peninsula, and it's basically pork marinated in a bunch of citrus with allspice, cloves, garlic, oregano, cinnamon, and black peppercorn, and you mix all that together, and you slow cook it in banana leaves.
I was going to say, is that they would typically wrap that in a banana leaf and bury that in the ground, and it's almost like a carnitas, but it's not deep fried; it's slow roasted.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it was so good. And we did fire roasted pico de gallo. We did citrus pickled red onions. And it's like I had more fun with that. So I think I'm changing the show again to not letting these fucking people pick, because I want to learn how to cook shit, and I'm not cooking the same stuff all the time, and I'm just getting irritated
Get a little creative and have fun with it, and exactly. Expand the horizons, and then you could expand theirs as well.
Exactly, but but from beginning to end, it's all me. I used to do the camera work. I did the editing. I used to do all that. It got to a point where I couldn't. It was too hard to run camera. Shit was out of focus, and I would never know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But literally, so now I got guys working on camera. So I have someone comes in, sets up all the cameras, puts all the footage on the hard drives. Editor comes by, grabs all my stuff. And my assistant, she kind of sets everything up when all the prep work for how it goes online.
Nice.
Having said that, I'm still the one who's like, what do you want to eat? Look a bunch of different recipes, figure out how I want to make this recipe, make the recipe, go get the food. And we used to just make one right on the spot. But then we realized it doesn't really work that way. So now I have to make let me just think of one that I used to make. I taught someone how to make a roasted chicken. So we had to do 2 different roasted chicken. One that I prepped and it was already in the oven. The other one she's prepping herself. Yeah. So it came out at the same time. But I've had times where I had to make 3 or 4 different versions of that meal. So it would come out at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You showed at different points of the process. And
But even then it's I used to do things where it's we just talk. So I did a leg of lamb that took 4 hours one time, and we just got to a point where we don't have anything else to say, so we're just going to cut here. Now the issue is in the future I would love to do one episode of the show and then another one where it shows you how to make the food, because everybody keeps wanting the recipes.
Okay.
And the show doesn't really show it. So, but I gotta wait until we get sponsorships for the show first, so I can take more time to put into the show. Because right now it's we'll do 2 in a day, and I literally got done with a scene at 6 the night before, set up the menu, set up everything, go get the food, come back home, start prepping everything depending on if it's marinated or this or that.
Yeah, a lot goes into it. And again, if you turn around and you're looking at doing that whole production process of it, a lot of people don't realize the process that goes into setting something up. Again, before earlier on, I had said I'm doing this beer tasting tomorrow. Well, it was a process of literally getting the beef prepared, getting it browned, getting it in sous vide bags, getting it into the sous vide for 22 hours. Yeah. And at the same time, this is beef that, in the way we run the restaurant, this is beef that came from a 650-pound steer that was delivered whole to the restaurant last week, and I butcher in the basement by hand with 2 knives and a sawzall.
I miss butchering full animals, dude. I miss that. I've been trying to get out, go hunting again, just so I can fucking do it.
Yeah, and it's been a focus on farm to table. And after we got our first steer from a local farmer, I said, I don't like the way the butcher cut this. We're going to start bringing them in whole, and I'm going to do them myself.
Nice.
And again, that process people don't see in some of that.
So now I need your truck. It's okay, it's either, is another steer coming in, or what did you order off of MacBids now?
Yeah, what kind of dumb shit did I order on an online auction? She's like, why do you need the truck? It's only for a few things.
It's something cool.
Yeah, I'm like, don't worry about it. I already bought the neon light up palm tree. I'm not getting another one. Relax.
Hey, at least it's not like what I end up wanting to do. I'm like, do I really want night vision goggles?
Which are on his Amazon wish list right now.
Really? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, well, by the way, those were shitty ones. I was like, maybe someone will buy that, because the one I want is $40,000.
Right.
There's a performer named Lucy Hart. And she actually has the helmet with the really expensive night vision goggles.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, she talked to me about it, and I was like, I can't justify that. I can't justify ever spending $40,000 on something because I want an intruder to come in my house and I just want to walk out naked with a night vision goggles and a shotgun. I can't justify it,
Those are the ones that SWAT uses.
Yeah.
It's full legit ones. They're the eyes like this, so you got the all. Yeah.
So.
Men, we have to buy stupid shit sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you see that. I got to have it for what? I might use it once. I might need it at one point in time, so I got to get it.
Yeah, gotcha. I just got kangaroo shoes in the mail. Those things, I'm not sure how many times I'm going to use them, but they're great. They're stilts with springs on them.
Nice.
Or there's the things around the house that you use a lot, but that you can't find. So there's
you always have to buy more of.
You buy another one.
I do that all the time. So as we're kind of winding down here, anything that might be on the horizon for you? Any new projects you're working that you might be able to give a peek under the hood?
Honestly, I'm working on a thing. Like I'm working for a bunch of shit for Ricky Greenwood.
Nice.
I've worked on a bunch of features, but honestly, I don't know what's come out yet. It does because no one fucking tells me. So I may have been on stuff that already came out. I don't know.
And we've heard that quite a bit. We've from performers are like, look, we do stuff, but we don't necessarily know when it's coming out because it just kind of rolls and.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm hoping if we're talking about cooking show, I'm hoping about once we hit 50,000 followers on YouTube to have a cookbook out.
Nice.
So that's something I'm going to really try hard for, which is going to be a scattered brain cookbook, which I'm going to try. I'm either going to call it scatterbrain food or let me put my food in you. Not
there
sure
you go.
Yet. So that's one thing I would really like to do. I would like to put more time into the other side of that thing, which is called Hanging with Nathan, which is basically going to be me doing a lot more stunts and trying new things. Like let's go bull riding, let's go wing surfing, let's go wingsuiting, let's go do this. Just because I love trying new things and showing other people that side of life.
And on that channel, there's
I did watch the fire breathing.
Yeah, fire breathing and skydiving and everything. Yeah,
and I want to put more stuff on there because unfortunately that show died, or that whole thing kind of died because we weren't able to put enough time into it. Like everything goes into the cooking show, porn, and stunts right now, and mostly just porn in the cooking show. So it's trying to take a little bit more time away from porn, just so I can put it into the other facets of my life, which is going to be a little bit more. Soul building, if you will, because for how much I do enjoy this job, that sometimes it just can get fucking monotonous.
Well, and that was actually one of the next questions that we were going to ask was, you're doing all of this. Is one of them an outlet for mental relax? How do you take care of yourself mentally? Is one of these outlets what that is?
Yes and no. because all
that's a guy answer.
Yeah,
it is a guy. Well,
yeah. It's still work though.
Yeah, it's all work.
Yeah.
But I got into this job because I wanted to explore sexuality. I wanted to play. I wanted to learn. I wanted to get to know people. But the problem is, you end up treating it like a job because everyone else treats it like a job. I miss swinging. I miss hanging out with people, getting to know them, fucking them on the date, whatever. That's a lot of fun that I really miss. I'd love to do that, but unfortunately, because we're in the job, we don't want to get something, bring it back. A lot of swingers don't test that often. That's an issue. But that was a lot of fun, and I want to enjoy that again. Cooking. I love doing this show, and I'd like to cook more for it, and just actually cook things I want. So, actually putting another thing in where I teach you how to cook, because there's some people really want that. That'd be great, and that is a good outlet of that. Stunts. Whenever I get to do it, it is always an outlet for me, though. Doing parkour, jumping off things, rappelling, doing a little bit of fights, doing wire work, mini tramp stuff, just doing flips. Love it. Fire burns. I can do fire burns in my sleep. I can prep you. I can do everything to that and get it done with my eyes closed at this point. Not advisable, but I could. So it's all these things, just being around different type of people. It's honestly just being away from porn people and being around other people with different values and different looks at life. And don't talk about fisting every 30 seconds. Although I love talking about it and I love being around that. Sometimes it's just nice having a different flavor in your life to just kind of spice up when you are there.
And that's fair. A break from, again, the porn world is the norm because it's work. If you get that break away from it, everybody needs that. We talk a lot about mental health and talk to a lot of performers about that mental health side of things, and everybody needs it.
Yeah.
And
everybody needs a break.
Yep. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't take that break. I don't want to say until it's too late. But
I'll say it.
Because then then it's okay. It's too late. Then you're looking at medication and therapists and sometimes worse.
Yeah.
When just that little mental health break can do so much good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's and it's also with this job, it's wondering how much time, because unfortunately, like when I'm off, I'm not off. I had a couple hours off today because a girl decided that she was supposed to be on set, and then they were trying to find her, found out she was in Vegas.
Oh.
So I ended up losing a scene today, which was really nice because I wanted the day off anyway because I had to work on this stuff. But it wasn't really time off. I had a couple hours, and I was still trying to download stuff to go put on mini-vids, clip sale, like trying to help my assistant like put everything everywhere. And I was still getting phone calls from people. So it's like having a break. Like a couple months ago, I went to I went to Florida and went to a water park. And my phone was in a locker for 2 days, and I was like, wow,
it's
great.
Yeah,
I'm doing Molly in a fucking lazy river. This is great.
Right. Yeah. I mean, even when you get that break, if it's not time for your brain to just be able to shut off because you know there's all these other things that you need to get done, it's really not a break.
It's not a break.
Yeah, and even like you said today, a cancellation, but at the same time, you were up, you were ready, you were on set there and ready to go. So yeah, it's still not a break because you're sitting there waiting.
Yeah. So it's is there ever a break for people who do this kind of work? I don't know. Unless you put your phone down or in a different country where no one contact you. It's kind of one of those hard things because you're always looking for the next job and you're always afraid that you're going to lose all that work.
Sure. And in the world of social media nowadays, if you don't have someone, if you're doing all your own social media, then that's a focus because that is your face and getting you out there constantly.
It's a pain in the ass. I wouldn't wish most of this part of the job on anyone.
Well,
but then again, it's not drywalling in the middle of the summer at night. So living in your car.
Been there, done that too.
Me too.
Yes. I actually had a comment tonight made. Hey, there's some drywall work that needs to be done. I'm like, I'm done with that shit.
Yeah, fuck drywall, dude.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, hey, the last drywall project I had to do, I said, what's going to happen on all these walls in the restaurant in the new dining room? They're going to be textured. They were like, why? I went, because I ain't mudding all these freaking seams and tapes. Guess what? All the walls are textured. I don't give a shit. Yep. Every wall's textured. Like paint over it.
I'm gonna hate drywall so much.
So we truly appreciate the time that you gave us. It was great sitting here talking to you and learning everything you got going on.
Thank you so much for having me on. You guys are amazing. It's really fun talking with you guys.
Yeah. Again, we appreciate it. One more time, real quick. Online, social media, where can people find you at?
All right. Besides using the old Google, you can find me at Twitter, Nathan_Bronson. You can find me at Instagram at Nathan Bronson 6.6.6. You can find me mini-vids, clip sale, Pornhub, Xvideo, just Nathan Bronson. And then YouTube, it's Cooking with Nathan. And also, guys, check out my merch store with new stuff on there. I actually really want the Bass Pro Shop one.
All right. Well, again, we appreciate the time. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.